Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke.
And I'm Emily, coming at you live from Canada, eh? So sorry for my technical difficulties causing us to be late this evening. But tonight, you have joined us for a very special night. It is where we are going to cover the first 4 chapters of A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas.
Yes, and if this is the first time that you've joined us, just know that we've been doing this series for quite a while, nay, several months. And this one right here, the Smut Oracle, has taken me on this guide, this journey, this trek through the Sarah J. Maas universe of A Court of Whatever and Whatever. If you'd like to follow along, please click the playlist in the Kitchen Couch playlist. Just Google the Kitchen Couch and this stuff. It'll populate. Also, we've got memberships. This one's got an Instagram and a TikTok and all the things. Follow that. But what we'll move on to now is this one right here. We'll do a recap of what we have been going on inside the first 4 chapters, and then we'll move forward. Thank you. Hit it.
Yes, hitting it. So, welcome to A Court of Frost and Starlight, aka the ACOTAR Christmas Special, where there are twinkle lights, gift shopping, and absolutely zero emotional stability. So, we are bouncing between Feyre, Rhys, and surprise, Cassian, new POV tonight. And the group status update is we are alive, powerful, and deeply unwell. In Cassian's chapters, kind of brutal, we find out his mom was murdered and he responded in burning the entire village to the ground. So no closure, just rage and arson, and honestly everyone supported it. So we also get more on the Illyrian rite and Ramiel, which is very sacred, very intense, and very tied to Reese PC's tattoo situation on his knees. Meanwhile, the Illyrian camps are still a mess because misogyny does not take holiday breaks. Rhys, on the other hand, is acting a little bit weird about Feyre's upcoming birthday. She's turning 21, and he's like, age gap. The age gap's a little weird for me because apparently, like, almost 600 years is too much. Seems fine to me. But Fey, while we're talking about her, she is trying to get her life back into this like feeling good time, and by that I mean we are just gonna continue to fake it till we make it, because that's what we do with emotional trauma and Feyre. So she meets an artist in the rainbow who invites her to a paint night, a little wine and sip night. Yes, I mean girls having fun times, that is exactly what we need to get us out of a funk. And speaking of more, let's go shopping with more to buy some solstice gifts. So we love a festive, cute little retail therapy moment, or as Luke calls it, girl shit. And until Moore's like, oh, by the way, we still have political obligations and unresolved trauma. So get dressed, babes. We got to go to the Hewn City because it's not Santa Claus is coming to town. Nay, it is Eris. So these chapters are seasonal depression with decorations, Cassian's backstory being straight up fire and fury, Rhys acting like a suspiciously thoughtful boyfriend but weird over age gaps all of a sudden, and everyone pretending this is a cozy holiday special while the emotional damage is still very much alive. So Luke, are you ready, my friend?
Yeah, so when it comes to the Kitchen Couch for the food, let's hit it. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. There's one scene in particular here that should be on stage that I love.
Okay, tell me more.
It starts with a joke, obviously. It starts with the painter going to Feyre and saying, I heard you're somewhat of a painter. No, you didn't.
I knew you were going to say this. Like,
no, you didn't. It starts with that joke. She sucks at painting. We all know this to be true. However,
I knew this was going to happen.
It reminded me that specific scene. Like I could hear her voice in my head. And this is the first time that I've heard. Oh no, I've heard the king of Hybern's voice in my head this entire time. But this is the first time I've heard a character's voice in my head. I didn't know what maybe Cassian sounded like or some of the others sounded like, but this painter, this studio artist is her voice sound. It's an impressive voice. Like I hear it as she's soft but firm. I don't know how
Mhm.
to say that any other way. I actually like marked it because there's like a very specific cadence in which she speaks. That's
Mhm.
I think you only really catch if you had that kind of brain. You're gonna pick up on that kind of thing.
Right,
And I
right.
would love to see this specific scene in real life. Now it would take the performers reading the other two novels, understanding the stakes and understanding the emotional weight, but really understanding the environment that they're in. But I'd love to see this like more than any other section in this book and a lot of the other sections in the other book.
Yeah.
Um, it starts with Feyre stumbling over her word, like literally stumbling, which is a little on the
Right.
nose. And then and then she stumbles through. She's like, she feels awkward, like she shouldn't be there.
Right.
And there's so much reassurance that happens. Um, oh yeah, I fumbled my words for something high ladyish and yet blah blah blah. And she says it's snowing, and then the fairy's like, it is.
Mhm.
It's just like I'm trying to think of like an actress because I think of an actress. I don't think they say a she in here. Maybe they do, but yeah, she waved. I'm trying to think of an actress that I would love to see in this as this person
Mhm.
because I don't.
Mhm.
I think it doesn't. It wouldn't take a ton of work to do this. Like our friend uh, Candace is a theater teacher, and like I would be like, here is a one page. You give it to a freshman, explain to them what acting is, and let them do it. I think it would be great. Maybe it's too much for them, but who knows?
Well, I
And
love that you had that moment. I thought it was cool because she's unlike any other Fae that we have had described to us. She's like kind of green a little bit, like, but in a pretty iridescent way. She's described much differently than any other type of Fae we have encountered thus far.
yeah, she's not conventionally attractive, but it doesn't come across. She's not conventionally physically attractive. My favorite, kind of the beginning is Feyre says, "You know the people who lived here," and she says, "I did."
Oh,
They're
she's
living,
country?
yeah, either
She's got
that
a country accent?
or something from like Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. They're living at a relative's farm in the lowland now. And
Mm.
she's like, what about that one? She says, not so happy ending, I'm afraid. I just can hear
Mm.
it. Like I can hear that cadence and that feeling.
Mm.
Love that scene. I think it's probably my favorite part of these first four chapters, if I'm being
Yeah.
frank with you, because
Nice.
because of the given circumstances of the conversation are so much heavier than the words that are being spoken.
Right.
Much and you could say the same for the scenes with Cassian, but he's not really having any dialogue with anybody. He's just kind of pondering as he flies around and does like a loop around his like
Right.
joy loop. Um, the other part is when when Rhysand is talking to Cassian and he's going into the cabin and he's talking about how horny he is. Um, Ladies, that's a 100% fact.
Yeah.
That is man brain.
Okay. Awesome. I love
Just so
that.
they know, if you had any doubt, that's not a that's not a character. That's a character trait based on real fucking men. That's
Yeah.
for sure. That's real. I do love that he tells this goofy story that he had his way with her in the sky.
Like,
And he was
yeah.
like, I thought it was going to be super romantic, and it just wasn't. And she laughed at me. And I was like, yeah, that happens. Fuck yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah.
awesome. I thought that was
That
actually super awesome.
I thought that happened. I thought that was gonna happen. I remembered that happening, but I thought it took place at the end of the last book. So I kept waiting for it to happen and it didn't. And so when we got to it in these chapters, I was like, ah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like
Um,
they joined the Mile High Club
sure.
together.
And it's like she's just like, oh, okay, we're doing a thing. Cool. I
Yeah.
mean, well, I guess this is awesome. I hope all women are as cool as that. With the person that they love the most, I think that would be dope.
Hmm. Yeah.
The we're having breakfast with Feyre. Kind of a weird way to start this book. Not gonna lie to you, but the other big deal that I think is to go to the Hewn City. Look, you said it's a Christmas special. I'm wearing my tuning exam vest. which is an anime reference.
Oh, look,
Shout out Sarah J.
I'm
Maas.
also wearing like a little puffy vest for you tonight. We didn't
There,
even plan that.
we did. I saw you in a vest, and I put on a vest. Yeah, and I was like, oh right, this would be awesome. So I'm wearing my, tuning. If you know, Naruto the series has like hundreds, 500 episodes. Like half of them are filler, actually. Like there's
this is what you're telling me about.
This is filler. This book is filler. Like it's like,
yes, it
we don't have nothing is going on, but we're building the world. We're building the character love and the characters. But like, you don't have to read this, I assume. Like it's just going to be.
You do. There are things that happen that you have to know to be able to continue.
Well, fair point. Because at the end we find out the heiress is going to the Court of Nightmares. So there's got to be a point there that's a geopolitical thing. But outside of that, like the Cassian stuff, okay.
Yeah, this was just a lot of slice of life, which I mean, you love usually. Like you love this kind of shit usually whenever it's like interspersed in all the things. So
yeah, and I like it here. Yeah. There's a few moments where I was just like, okay. All right. Like inviting Feyre to the studio though. God, that had me laugh. I was like, I was late also because I was reading. I was getting ready.
Yep.
And I was like, no, she can't pay for shit. Don't invite her. Y'all gotta make fun of her.
She's not great. She's not that good at her painting. Don't let her pretend, okay?
She sucks. And then the more Amryn stuff, I don't know. I kind of hated that Feyre was like, "Oh, I saw you went to the lesbian bar. You gonna bring a date?" I hated that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the last thing Moore wants to be reminded of in their relationship is this that she told her.
Right.
I hate it. I hated every part about it. Like a guy doesn't do that, by the way. A guy, like an insecure guy does. But I don't see Feyre as insecure. So to me in this moment, it was just like, ew, don't do that. Anyway, like this is not the time.
Yeah, I think it was like we're trying to remind her that like she can just be herself. Be yourself. But no, it's like, but also she's made it very clear she's not like ready for that right now.
The circumstances for which Moore shared that detail were so drastically different than the circumstances are here now.
Right.
That it was more like it would hurt me if you died without me telling you.
Right.
Versus we're shopping for gifts for people who don't need them.
Right.
So
and also like, hey, we're having a Christmas party and I know you've been going out a lot and hanging out at the lesbian bar. Are you sure you don't want to bring somebody with you to the party? Like,
it's like, dude, don't do that. Don't do that. That's like my mom asking me if I'm dating anyone. It's like, don't do that.
You bringing somebody home for Christmas, Luke?
You would know. you would know. So I just like, and that's what, like, Feyre is the first to know. You know what I mean? Like she would know if Moore was like into a chick more than just, beating paper in rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that.
However, that's all I really got. Honestly, there's not a lot to glean, but we can do a few things.
There's not too much. So, as far as just things that I highlighted of note and things to think about, was just right from page 2, basically, she tried to speak into Rhys's mind and she could tell that he was nowhere near Velaris. So he had to like, he's gone off and he's been going off to try to make inroads and shore up allyship and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, yes, we are in this time of slowness, but there's definitely some political things and connections that we have to make and rebuild at this point, post-war.
There's also like Court of Dreams, Court of Nightmares, Night Court infighting that's happening right now because everyone is
in Night Court.
No, but everyone's everyone's kind of screwed up. Everyone's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, well, and we're gonna get to that in a second in Cassian's chapter, I believe, and or Rhys's chapter, where we're gonna talk a little bit more about that specifically. But we also get, like, right here at the beginning, a little bit of time perspective. So Feyre is talking about it's been a year, like, because it's solstice again, and the last time it was solstice, she celebrated in the spring court. They had just gotten back from under the mountain, and she didn't even tell anybody it was her birthday because there's just too much going on, and she didn't want to like make it about her and it be a whole thing. So it's solstice time again. It's been a whole year since then, and she's kind of like reflecting upon, like, where was I last year? Oh, I was in the spring court and I didn't know that Rhys was my mate and none of this shit had happened. So what a year, man. Like,
been a hell of a year. Yep.
but a hell of a year. So that little bit of like time to kind of help and perspective on that. But we also kind of check in on some of our folks and see what's gone on. So like Nesta is living in the slums.
Well, the slums of Velaris is like me living where I live. You know what I mean?
That's probably a fair point.
Like, oh, and she even says, she's like, yeah, we can call them slums. I mean, it's Velaris.
Yeah.
Like, what are we,
Yeah.
It's not Section 8 housing. Like,
no.
No.
But they describe it as she went and got her own apartment in her own spot, and she's living out in the city and by herself, like decidedly in not nice housing. And they keep talking about all their money. They keep talking about how like she's gone shopping and it's weird for her because all this, like, they're throwing down a lot of cash at these places and it's not even making a dent on their coffers. So it's like, it's an interesting kind of aspect. Anyway, we also find out that Lucian also moved out.
Yeah.
He moved out too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. He lives in an apartment somewhere in Velaris too.
Yeah, he lives in Velaris as well, but he's been gone a lot. And we also know it happened off book, but we also know that he had words with Timmy Tam. So he came back with like a split lip and a black eye. So they like talk some things out with their fists, like men need to do sometimes.
Aggressive negotiation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that happened off page as well. But he decided that he would move out and he didn't want to live in the townhouse anymore. He also did not want to live in the House of Wind. And Elaine hasn't really said much of anything to him post even though she was like, well, you could come back to Velaris with us at the end of the last book. But then nothing's really happened since then.
That feels like a plot hole. You know what I mean? That feels like a plot hole, but whatever.
Oh. Yeah. So that was kind of where we figured out what happened with Homegirl in chapter 1. So then we flip immediately to a new POV for Rhysand, which I mean, we've been in his head before, but we are in his POV and he's in the Windhaven camp. So that's the Illyrian camp. And it's also the one that he grew up in. So him and Cassian and Azriel. And then we find out a little bit more about Devlin, who's kind of an asshole, but kind of not. He's an asshole, but he's fair. He treated them like at least fair when they were going through. And it's the same guy that trained them in camp as well.
Yeah, he's just a sexist pig.
They all kind of are, because that's just how they're like, that's their tradition. That's what they know.
It's kind of like a sexist Red Foreman from that 70s show.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I hate you all. You know, I'm going to break my foot off in your ass. And then they're like, once they become badasses, he's like, I respect you, but it doesn't mean I have to like you at all whatsoever. You better not bother me while I do my shit. It's very Red Foreman to me.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much kind of what I'm getting to, is because he's fair, but he's also kind of petulant. Like, they're arguing over 2 hours versus 90 minutes of letting the girls train. Like, it's really petulant and stupid. But finally, he's like, Rhys is like, just fucking do it, dude. Like, do what you have to. And he's like, is that an order?
Well,
yeah.
Oh no,
Cassian, I literally just said do it.
Doesn't Cassian say to do it? And then he's like, he looks at Rhys and he's like, is that an order? And Rhys is like, yeah. If Cassian says it is, then it is.
Then it is.
I don't have time for this bullshit. Like, what are we doing?
Right. So it's kind of like 12-year-old little girl bullshit stuff. I don't like it.
It's all
Um,
it's also political. Like part of it too
mhm.
is like is like I don't need you undermanning me and overmanning me, whatever, in front of these
Undermining.
people, and sure.
Yeah.
So it's all bullshit.
Yeah. And then we have a little moment where Rhys is like, I could just slip into all of their minds and just make them do whatever the fuck I want. And that would save time, but it would be wrong. And also, Cassian would never forgive me. So he doesn't even necessarily say, well, he does. He says, there are some lines I would not cross. And
Mhm.
he says, and Cassian would never forgive me.
Right. And it would undermine him as well. So
Yeah.
we're not going to do that. Yeah. Totally
Right.
understand it. Then we get
Yeah.
the cabin scene where we have a horny dude thinking about horny shit while he's walking with his buddy. He's like, I fucked her on every surface of this cabin.
Yep.
That
Mm-hmm.
table, that floor, these chairs. All I
Mm-hmm.
have in this cabin are memories. And it kind of sucks. Man, I'm horny. Like, it's
He's
essentially
like,
just,
man, I miss my mate.
yeah.
Like,
Man, I could go for a shag right now.
yeah, I get that. I get
He's
that.
like, all I've done is slept or shagged and not both.
And yeah, not both, because we haven't had time for both, because it's peacetime, but we still have stuff to do. So
It's
we've
actually
either,
busier now than,
yeah, yeah,
because wartime, you've got free time.
right, right.
Anywho.
And Feyre's kind of having the same moment too, where she's like, God, I've been doing a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
I've been doing so much paperwork. And what makes me laugh about that is back when she was being dumb about not wanting to learn to read.
Oh, illegible. Well, illiterate.
Illiterate, yeah. And Rhys was like, you have no idea how many thank you cards you're gonna have to say.
Right? That was pretty funny.
Now that's like what she's doing, because we come to find out like Rhys genuinely knew that was gonna happen, because we find out that Rhys actually responds to like all his own fan mail.
Yeah. He goes out of his way
Mm-hmm.
to address every single person who visits he and she as they're sitting in their chairs deliberating.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's cute. But also, like, it just made me think back to the time when he was like, you're gonna have so much royal like correspondence and shit. You have no idea. You need to learn to read and write. So I thought that was funny. But yeah, so inside the cabin, after he's like thinking about reminiscing about all the different places that he's had Feyre, all the different ways, he lights the fire, and it says, it was barely a whisper of magic, yet its release eased that near constant strain of keeping all that I was, all that dark power in check. And he's like, okay, well, not only is he needing a release, but he also needs a release. You know what I mean?
He needs to go have a fight and a fuck.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. So yeah, so we're talking about the unrest in the camp now, and the bad news bears is that with the Illyrians, so thousands of them died because of the attack of Hybern and the Cauldron.
Correct.
So that's not great. And so things weren't always good before that. But after that, it says, they believe you and I marched them south as revenge for our own treatment as children. They think that we specifically stationed some of the males on the front lines as payback. So that's like not good. Not good at all.
It's not good. And they're like, how can we quell this? And then he's like, we can't kill these people. And Cassian's like, fuck, you're right. Because that's an option for Cassian, obviously. He's like, or we could beat the shit out of them.
Or yeah, it's like, so anyway, at the end they're like trying to decide, because they've got issues, and this is just one of them. This is just one of the political issues.
And they're like, we could just leave someone up here. Like, I could stay up here and give out presents to the little kids. And of course, he's trying to avoid Nesta. Like, let's not get weird about it. That's what he's trying to do. Yeah. And like dear old Papa Rhys is like, nah, you're coming to the party, okay?
Rhys immediately knows. He's like, no, your ass is coming to Christmas.
You're coming to Christmas, dude. You don't get to not.
You got to come to our Christmas party, babes. Like,
yeah, you get to not. And Cassian's like, shucks, I wanted to play Santa Claus. And he's like, nah, you don't get to stay up here and play Santa Claus with the fucking warriors. You get to come to the fucking party because that's your job.
Mhm.
And he's like,
Well,
all right.
it's not so much like it's your job. It's like, look, we all just lived through the most harrowing experience, and Reese literally just died. So, kind of like how you're talking about how there's not really, you were a little disappointed because there was no like moment where it was like in the end of the last book where he reflected on like, oh, I died and I've been given a second chance kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're doing now. So, it's
Oh,
you're coming to the party because we don't know how many more Christmases, we don't know how many more solstices we have left together. And we just lived through a really crappy experience and it's fucking Christmas. So get your ass to the house. We're doing this.
yeah. And that's kind of the end of this chapter.
Yeah.
He just blinks off, and then Cassian does his little thing,
Yeah.
which
So
was
I
the worst part of this section.
what?
The Cassian section. Yeah. I almost fell asleep
Okay.
a time or two. I'm not gonna lie to you. What were you gonna say?
Oh, okay. Just something else that I wanted to point out because you're gonna want to know and think about it later. Reese says, I had a meeting in Caesar with the two priestesses who had
Oh yeah.
survived Hybern's massacre a year later regarding a year ago, how to handle pilgrims who wanted to come outside of from our territory. So that's going to become important later. Just pointing it out.
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome. Nesta is Nesta. She does what she wants, even if it kills her sister. It's like, oh, Reese, of course you would think that. I've offered her job after job and she refuses them all. Perhaps you can come and talk some sense to her on Solstice. No, she can't. She won't hear reason. But he's doing the thing he did for Feyre, which is try to give her some purpose. So he's offered her several jobs and she's just not biting. So it's not been a great situation. And this is when she has a moment where she's like, and it's Feyre's birthday. She's going to be 21. And then she's like, fuck, she's really young. She's only going to be 21. And again, me too. I read it and I was like, oh, damn, she's only 21. Like,
I've been thinking about it.
Not
I've been thinking about, by the way, this entire time.
Yeah.
Like, I have not forgotten this fact. Like, they brought it up here and I was just like, boys. Old girl is 21 years old. Like, she was 19 when you met her, dude.
Yeah.
19, Reese, 19. You know, 19. It's funny, you know?
Yeah.
You can't count to 20 without your shoes off. Or with your shoes on. Damn it.
Yeah. I knew what you were going for. I knew what you were going for there.
We love the Newsies.
But he says, I know what that look means, you bastard, and it's bullshit. She loves you in a way I've never seen anybody love anyone. It's hard sometimes to remember that she picked it and she picked me. You are the most powerful High Lord ever and you're really hot. Why are you having a moment of like, oh, this 21-year-old girl picked me? I mean, I love Feyre. I'm not trying to talk shit about her. I should really like, but also Reese.
But also, let me tell you the straight up truth. He was throwing every red flag he had at her.
Yeah.
He legit did that. As someone who's a red flag thrower, my man is a Hall of Fame gold jacket wearer of red flags. And he was like intentionally doing it over and over and over and over and over again. And not only did she see past it, our high lady, but he was like, oh, she saw past all of those things and still is choosing to be with me. So maybe back off of Reese. I can't believe I'm defending Reese right now. He is not my favorite character in the story. Not even close.
I'm not dissing Reese. I'm dissing. Well, I guess I'm like a little bit like you are the most powerful High Lord, and also like you're a catch.
That's girl brain.
You gotta know you're a catch.
That's girl brain.
Okay.
And of course he knows he's a catch, but he's like, hey, this is a person. This is a person, a thing that is complex and interesting, and he respects that about her. And even though she doesn't think she is, obviously, from how she interacts with old girl and then old lady in the next few chapters, she is. And he threw every red flag he had at her, and she was still down to clown. And so it's a huge choice. It's huge.
I feel you. And I'm not trying to diminish Feyre, but also maybe a little bit.
No,
maybe a little bit I am.
I just said Feyre's not.
I know.
the best
I know.
ever. She doesn't understand how cool she is.
Right. And yeah, right.
And
I
Reese is
get it.
kind of being like, you gotta cut Reese some slack. It's like it's powerful or not. Fuck, who cares? Okay, it's what inside that counts. Jeez, what do I?
Jeez.
As somebody who is extremely shallow, it's on the inside that counts. Okay.
Well, see, we just switched places because normally I'm the one that's like, it's
Yeah.
what's on the inside that counts.
And
And I'm like,
you're like, he's rich, he's
what am
powerful,
I
he's
doing?
handsome. It's like,
He's like
buddy,
super sexy. He's rich, powerful. He's the most powerful High Lord. How
like
do you not?
I didn't even bring in the fact that he's gone through all this stuff and overcome every bit of adversity through
Hmm.
wits and will alone. I didn't even
Yeah,
bring that in, okay?
yeah,
Because that's not what's important right now.
yeah. I get it.
And fair is fine. We just can't judge. Listen, I don't mind if you judge.
Okay,
I don't
great, because
mind if you
I do
judge
it.
and hold it against people.
Hmm.
But what I would prefer is that we judge and don't hold it against people. We can say, ew, that's nasty, and don't care that it's nasty. Like, whatever, you do
Yeah,
you.
no, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. But my thing was like, I mean, I get it. But also, she's a 21-year-old girl.
Ew. Yeah, ew. Emily
Yeah.
asks Luke, would you with a 21-year-old? Luke says, no, absolutely not, brother. No, no, you're going to have several more plays of Rent to happen. Several more seasons of love going to have to be spread on that steak before I'm going to take a bite. We're not, we're not doing this, dude. We're not doing this. I didn't,
Yeah. So, what's very interesting, you have to also know, please know, internet, I have been awake since 4 a.m. traveling to Canada. So, I am sleep deprived, so I probably will overshare on the internet for that purpose. So, would I with a 21-year-old? Absolutely not.
okay, thank God.
Absolutely
I
not.
was
No.
really concerned.
No.
Like I was
Absolutely not.
so concerned here
Absolutely not. No, no, no,
because
no,
you're
no.
only like 24. Like, let's not get weird about it. So it's
Oh,
fine.
that's so sweet. That's so sweet of you. Okay, no. So personal information is that I've dated up a lot. That I've mostly only dated up. I actually married the youngest person I ever dated.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Um,
That's right. I forgot.
yeah. So like there's normally a gap, like a nice gap in
Oh,
many a year.
hefty gap.
Like a pretty good gap. Like
68, 70.
I mean, in my lifetime, when people are like, well, I mean, what age do you like? My preference is like 30 to death. Okay.
Emily, Emily, can you pass me the Tums? I
God,
need my.
stop. Listen, I'm just saying, like, have you seen George Clooney? Like, there's some.
Oh yeah.
It's fine. There's some yes, I'm still okay with that. Anyway,
Look, for me, it's like the Rachel Monica
mhm,
ages, like with the
mhm,
actresses when they're in the show, because in the show they're
mhm,
24, 25. The actresses are like 28 to 30
mhm.
at the
I
time.
get it.
And I'm like, oh,
But
that's the
like,
youngest for me.
what? And I guess the moment that I'm having in real life right now is like, now that I am the age of some of the guys that I dated when I was 18 to 21.
Sure.
Um,
We were
ew,
there singing karaoke. Yeah, yeah. Ew is right.
ew.
Ew is right.
Like, I mean, I've always been precocious, but like, I
So
just,
so I have a youthful personality. And
yeah.
I have youthful energy.
Mhm,
And I have gone on one date with one young person.
mhm,
I'll say under 25. Um and when I found out during the date about how old this person was, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to only talk about the three things I know young people talk about." And they were they were illicit things. And that was it. I never talked to that person ever again. I was like, we
mhm,
don't have to do this again. And she was like, okay.
yeah.
I was like, it's a good time though. Appreciate it. Um,
So that's
Yeah.
where I'm coming from when I'm like, she's a 21-year-old girl. And she's special, don't get me wrong, but like she's not that special. She still only lived 21 years of life.
But like Rhys has a youthful personality.
Sure.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And when you're an immortal, who
Sure.
knows how
Yeah.
things blossom in
And I'm
mentally.
sure what really helps this out is like a mating bond. Okay. I'm sure that's really what like solidifies this and makes it a-okay.
Yeah, and that it can talk to each other like via brainwaves.
Right.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
for
hurt.
sure. Yeah.
The fact that they're fucking rich and powerful
Yeah. That helps
doesn't
too.
hurt.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know why I had a lot of dates now. So I get the appeal of a 18 to 21-year-old girl. I get it. But also to the point where you're like, I just don't know
So
how I deserve her. I don't know.
I don't agree with status dating.
Yeah.
I live in a place where status dating is a like
Right.
prerequisite.
All right. For sure.
It's gross. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you don't make X amount of dollars, and they just never talk to you again. It's really gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I lived in Boston. I get it.
She was broke. She was broke
Mm-hmm.
12 months ago. Like she was hunting rabbits in the wilderness with a bow and
Also
arrow.
illiterate 12 months ago.
Well,
So.
she also couldn't paint 12 months ago. She still can't paint. So there's a lot about her that's
She
not very
could paint
valuable.
ish. Yeah,
Honey.
I get it. I know.
She could have thought she was left-handed the entire time, and then finally put something in her right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, holy shit, this is easy.
Look at this. Look at this.
So
yeah, I don't know.
That's the part that's actually gross. To be
Mhm.
frank with you, like I said, I don't believe it's devastating. I don't.
Yeah, that's fine.
However, the part of it that's actually gross is like Rhys is like eating an apple that was cut up by his maid's maid. And she's I'm hunting down a rabbit with a knife. You gotta know the animal when you kill it.
Mhm.
So anyway, we can move on from this. We've harped on this for far too long.
So that puts us into Cassian's head for the first time, which you were like, oof, woof.
Yeah.
But we did find out some interesting information from this. So as far as, okay, like he dropped some stuff that we didn't know. For example, most High Fae believe the Illyrians were the greatest menace in these mountains. They didn't realize that far worse things prowled beneath the peaks.
Yes.
Cassian wondered if his brother had ever told her, meaning Feyre, what dwelled in these mountains. Most had been slain by the Illyrians or sent fleeing to those steppes, but the most cunning of them, the most ancient, they had found ways to hide, to emerge on moonless nights to feed.
Yeah, so I immediately thought dragons.
Yeah, I also thought like vampires for moonless nights, but that doesn't necessarily make sense. But yeah.
Correct. Yeah, I thought dragons.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a cool moment. I thought we were gonna see one, and this is when I
Mm-hmm.
started dozing off. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember kind of the next step, except for he just kind of keeps flying.
Yeah. Yeah. So we talk about the rite, which basically what happens is in the springtime, they have a week where everybody gets to like settle their differences. So it says the blood rite offered an escape valve for dangerous tensions within the Illyrian community. Better to settle it during the rite than risk civil war. So it's kind of like the purge.
Right.
It's like the 1 week where if you're participating, then you go out and it's just you and your manpower. Like wings are bound, no magic allowed. You can't fly, you can't whatever. You have no weapons. You're naked, and then you have to go like survive the week, and then try to make it to the top of this mountain, which apparently is a real bitch to climb.
Yeah, apparently only a handful of people have done it, and the fact that 3 of them did it together is wild.
Right. And it explains why they have all those siphons and everybody else does not.
It also was, they let something slip in there that like Cassian was more or less carrying Rhysand up the hill, which tells you a little bit about their relationship. And like you hear, oh, Rhysand's the most powerful, and it's like, yeah, well, Cassian was literally carrying this dude uphill. Like, Well, he was bearing a ton of the weight, I think is what Cassian was saying.
Yeah. But we
Then they
don't
said,
necessarily like know what happened either that led up to that. And you know that Rhys likes to like blow his wad protecting people. I know.
he does like to swing for the fences to protect
Yeah.
people. He also mentioned that there's a stone that they don't know how long that stone's been up there, and it's been up
Yeah.
there longer than.
Probably
Oh,
longer than the world.
they said. Well, sorry, I had to go back to Nesta's housing. That those houses were there before Rhys was born. It's kind of funny. There's them some old houses. Anyway,
They are pretty old. So and then basically he was saying like the hardest part was climbing the mountain after they like beat the crap out of each other for a week. So then we get some backstory as far as his mom goes, because he was flying around and he had gone to where there was a camp. It says once it had been as busy as a camp as Devlin's, but only cinders and debris remained, and he had made sure of it. So when those who had been responsible for his mother's suffering and torment had been dealt with, no one had wanted to remain here a moment longer. Blah blah blah. Nothing. No one had ever come back, and centuries later, he didn't regret it. So I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't have regretted that either. So
no,
basically, like while he was out and training in camp, they had taken his mom and did really horrible, unspeakable things to her, and then killed her, mutilated her body, and he doesn't know what happened. Doesn't know if she was buried properly. Probably not. She probably was not, didn't get that that decency. And so he has basically made the entire town her grave site type situation.
right, a place where no one else could lay
Right.
stake. Yeah. So in anime, this is where you find out that Cassian has a twin.
Oh, really?
This is where you're like, yeah. This is where you find out. Like, this is where you get hints that Cassian is like a twin sister.
Huh. Cool. Nothing to our knowledge has happened of
No,
that
yeah,
like
you
that
just
so far.
like there's
But
no other reason to put that in other than to lead back to a moment where like you're maybe reading in book 6. There's
mhm,
a winged female Illyrian who's just an absolute badass.
mhm.
Who's like a half breed and is
Yeah.
showing up and doing their thing and says,
Mom.
I resided in a village in the mountains that I go to occasionally. It's been burned to the ground. Like, and you're
Right,
just
right,
like,
right.
oh fuck, that's Cassian's sister. How weird.
Right, right. We did like the what was woven into the chapter is this is becomes the explanation of why he is so adamant about the women receiving training
Yeah,
and
that's
why he's
important too.
helping the women. So it says training the women, giving them the resources and the confidence to fight back, to look beyond their campfires. It was for her, for the mother buried here, perhaps buried nowhere. So it might never happen again. So his people, whom he still loved despite their faults, might one day become something more and something better. Now, here's what I also think is interesting. When we're in Feyre's POV, it's first person. When we're in Rhys's POV, it's first person. But when we're in Cassian's POV, it's not.
I have to be honest with you. I had a giggle at this because I was like, hold on. Does Cassian think in third person and talk in first person? I was like, what a fucking dog move. That's awesome. That's so cool. Like, what if in my head I was like, Luke is so hungry? Like, like what if I in my head I was like, Luke is gonna go to bed so early tonight and get a fresh night of sleep.
Luke is going to collapse at the end of this and melt into his comforter.
Luke is gonna
That's
have such a
hilarious.
good weekend. Gosh.
I hope Luke has a great weekend. That's
I thought
hilarious.
that was so funny. I was for like a page and a half. I was like, "Does he think in the third person? This is
Right?
fucking dope!" Like,
It was
I love this.
weird. It was weird and a little jarring. So I don't think that I clocked it necessarily when I read it the first time,
Yeah,
but I again was listening to the graphic audio, which I've never listened to the graphic audio of Frost and Starlight. Because I got to be honest with you, The first three are my favorite. So I have read them multiple times. I have only read Frost and Starlight once, and I've only read the fifth book once, and I've not done the graphic audio.
Okay.
So, I'm listening to that for the first time as I'm like rereading and preparing for these. And I was listening to it on a plane today. And so I was like listening along, following along. And then when it got to this chapter, the narrator in the graphic audio was a woman.
How jarring. How jarring. You're like, this
It
is
wasn't,
Cassian right here. Like, what are we doing?
yeah, it wasn't Feyre. It wasn't the same actress that did Feyre's. So, but it was a woman, which I just thought was weird.
Man, I'm gonna go back to thinking that he thinks in the third person and talks in first person. That's how I'm gonna think about this from now on. Wait,
That's
do others?
funny.
I guess if we have the POV of others, it might happen that way too. Like we might have the POV of more in the next one. You know, I can't wait to be in her head. Jeez. Anyway,
Wow. So, chapter 4 is where we are now, and we're back in Feyre's head. So we're back in Feyre's head, and that's when we kind of had the situation. You pretty much covered everything that I wanted to say about the about that, as far as like let's have a wine, a paint and sip, a wine and sip night. We get together on Tuesdays for a paint by number. Come by. Like shit, yeah, I would do that. I would go to a crafty night
oh
and hang
yeah,
out.
are you kidding me? It's like, hey, guess what I just did? I just invited the richest chick and she sucks at painting, and she's gonna come and hang out with us on Tuesday. You guys down?
I
Who is
don't
it?
think that's how that is,
It's
because
High
mad
Queen.
respect, mad respect on her. She does say, "Hey, listen, all of us know what you did for us. Like nobody else came to fight for us.
Yeah,
You're the only one that did that." Like, and so we try to leave you alone because you are kind of like, don't make it awkward. So we're trying not to make it awkward, but we fucking love you. We would die for you. Come paint with us.
yeah. It's really like she was like, "Are you gonna buy that place?" And she was like, "No, why would I?" And she was like, "Well, it was a paint studio. You paint. Stands to reason that you would buy a paint studio."
Right.
And she's like, "Nah, dog, we ain't doing that." And she's
She's
like,
like, no, I
"Okay,
can't do that.
but if you want to come paint with me at my studio where I live right above it on Tuesday nights when we have community night, come hang."
Mm-hmm. Right.
And
Right.
she's like, "Maybe next time."
And I do love that though.
Yeah, it's like every
Because
time I
you
get
know
invited
what?
to karaoke, I'm like, "All right, I'll see you next time, though. Maybe not tonight, but I
Yeah.
got you next time for sure."
Well, but it also is like, I'd be okay with Favor getting some friends that aren't just like trauma bonded friends.
You know the amount of hot goss you would hear from these things? God, I want to hear
I
the hot
mean,
goss from the painter chicks.
but also like the low stakes, like the low stakes hot goss, not the stuff that's like gonna. I mean, listen, she's been dealing with a lot of crap for a long time. This has been a year of just like constant work and trauma, right? So
Sure.
I just kind of want some low stakes friendships for her, to be honest.
You know she's gonna come in and she's gonna be the girl that they all hate. Dude, fuck, you invited that chick. Fuck.
Yeah. Well,
You
she does
can't even
say
draw inside the lines.
she, she does say, well, whether you are, she says, whether you are or you're not, you needn't go skulking around here. Every door is open to you, you know. And she's like, yeah, as High Lady, like pity vote, like it's just because I'm the High Lady. She's like, no, as one of us,
You're
like,
carrying my water? No, because you're a weapon. It's cool.
yeah, because
Um,
we all remember what you did for us.
it
So
also
no, all
it
on your own.
also, and we talked about this. To me, this is like the liberal part of that town.
Yeah.
And she went to particularly go save the art district of that town with her
Right.
capability, and it's like,
Right.
oh, this is extremely liberating.
Right. Right. Yeah. So then we are talking to more. We're talking about Amryn and what happened. We do get a little bit of an update on her and Varian, which I'm living for those updates. So her and Varian are still a thing, although they're not really a thing, but they are a thing.
No, they're for sure
Um,
a thing, and Amryn is just like waiting for the time for them to be a thing because they're for sure a thing. Like, and
they're definitely a thing.
I do like. Okay, I'm reluctant to say it, but I like that. In the 1500 years that Amryn has walked the plane of this earth, she actually likes somebody enough to
Yeah.
see them naked. And this
Yeah.
guy, the silver-haired prince, or whatever they
Mhm.
call him,
Mhm.
he's foxy and fun and down
Yeah.
to die for her. And she gets an opportunity to actually love, which is awesome.
Mhm. Yeah,
Maybe
I do.
maybe she was put on this earth 1500 years ago to make this particular sacrifice with the opportunity to love someone. So who knows? Maybe that's
Listen.
will of the
I
cauldron.
wanna know what love is.
I got you. Hold on. Want you to show me.
Yes. Okay, thank you for being there with me on that.
Absolutely.
I wanted you to co-sign it with me. So her and Moore go
I
shopping.
want
They're
to feel what love
buying like
is.
ridiculous amounts of
Sorry. There's 3 people watching and one of them is me. So
Ah,
congrats, you people.
I love it. Also, but I was at Liz's house, imagine, and we were putting together a playlist, and she was like, "Oh, The Killers, Your Sex is on Fire," and I was like, "I haven't thought of that song in too long." But I love that song, and it just makes me think of karaoke nights with you and with Joey.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all that I needed to say about that.
I sang it the other day at Chris at a karaoke, and people are like walking up to me and giving me high fives and shit after I sat down, and Hank was just like, "Bitch," he's like, "What is happening right now?
It's
These people
just such
don't
a
like
good
you."
song.
It's like, guys,
No, it's such a good song. It just really is.
lay me
So
lay it. Yeah,
it's
it's
great.
so good.
Anyway. Okay, so anyhow, we're buying stuff for more, we're buying stuff for all this stuff. We also find out from more, she's been spending time with Vivian, and Vivian's like, she's like, Vivian might be very well on her way to becoming a high lady. And I'm like, get that bag, Viv. You get it.
Okay, so Moore didn't say this. Feyre said this. There's a lot
That's
of
what I'm
Feyre.
saying.
There's a lot of girl shit Feyre stuff happening right here.
Yeah, yeah,
Where
yeah,
she's
yeah.
like, she first says, "Is Vivian coming to the thing?" And Moore's like, probably not. They've got their own shindig that's like, I don't know, super epic, like
Yeah, like way
unfucking
better than ours.
believable. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's like Washington D.C. 4th of July, awesome, and
Mhm, mhm.
and and Feyre's just thinking the entire time, man, she might be high lady soon. That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Mhm.
And Moore's not been, cool. More, are you bringing anybody like from your secret group meetup thing at this restaurant? And she's like, honey,
Mhm.
no. What the hell is your problem? And
Yeah.
she's like, my, I'm not gonna say my bad. Fuck, she told me. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I
Yeah.
want. And then they keep on gossiping. And then they're like, oh, I'm not gonna ask her what I should get Rhys, even though I should probably know because I made it to him. And then we think, bitch, you're 21 years old. That guy's 900. What the fuck? You don't know what to get the man who has everything in the
You
universe.
right, he literally has anything and everything. So, yeah.
Maybe I think
Yeah.
a little QT is what is necessary here.
Yeah, it sounds like he just you really need some yeah, quality time.
By the way, if I'm a dude in this situation, sorry, if I'm in this situation, we might have lost her. Her face is so funny; it does look like she's about to sneeze. Hope we watch this on the replay and see it happen. Look at her; she looks like she's about to just get us with one of those dad sneezes, loud as fuck, like. That would be so funny. I mean,
What I last heard
hold on. Hold on. Stop for a second. Stop for a second. We're gonna do it. Hold on. We're gonna do it right now. because it's too. I find it way too funny, and I want to get your reaction from it. Okay, so uh, we're gonna do it.
Yeah, like way better
Unfucking
than ours.
believable. Like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it's like Washington D.C. 4th of July, awesome, and
Mm-hmm,
and and Feyre's just thinking the entire time, man, she might be high lady soon. That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
mm-hmm.
And Moore's not been, huh? Look at your face.
Cool.
Moore, you bringing anybody like from Reese? Even though I should probably know because I made it to him. And then we think, bitch, you're 21 years old. That guy's 900. What the fuck? You don't know what to get the man who has everything in the universe.
Right, he literally has anything and everything. So yeah,
Maybe I think a little QT is what is necessary.
yeah. It sounds like he just. You
I'm
really
so
need
sorry.
some,
We're stopping a live for
yeah,
this, but I
quality
find it
time.
hilarious. By the way, if I'm a dude in this situation, sorry. If I'm in this situation, we might have lost her. Her face is so funny. It does look like she's about to sneeze. Hope we watch this on the replay and see it happen. Look at her. She looks like she's about to just get us with one of those dad sneezes, loud as fuck. Like, that would be so funny. I mean,
What I last heard.
Oh, sorry, that was for us.
Oh, I'm really sorry to the people
We,
who are trying to watch this.
That was for us. We get one every once in a while. That one's for
Every
us.
now and then. That's hilarious. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Boy, we're
All right,
adults.
well,
I have a fully formed brain too. I promise you.
what? Listen, I've been awake since 4 a.m. So it's gonna happen. Tonight's my silly night. It's who knows what's happening. I don't know what's gonna fly out of my mouth. You were saying if you're a dude in this situation, and what I was gonna say before you said that was like, what she probably should get him is like one of those coupon books. Like, like we're talking about quality time, so it's like you get
$1 off Frosty at the Dairy Queen.
No. No. Like I'll give you a massage. We can watch a movie together. I'll give you, we'll take a nice bath together.
50% off car wash. Car wash place down the street.
No, it's a coupon for sexual favors. Come on.
Oh God.
Get on my level.
I am way above your level right now. I am flying high right now.
not with the coupons to the Wendy's Frosties. Buy one, get one all year long.
I would love that. I would love that so much. Boy, you know how much hate I would dish out if you gave me one from Subway? Fuck, I'd be pissed off. I don't want to smell like that bread. What the hell's wrong with you? Shout out Subway. Subway, you make a good product, but you smell like ass. I'm sorry.
It's not. They don't make a good product. They got sued because the meat's not meat and the bread isn't bread. They can't call it bread.
Oh, fair, they suck.
Wow. Okay.
I've caved to peer pressure hard. That's just my thing.
This has devolved, my friend.
One book, I was not ready for that. They struck me right in a spot. I was like, if I'm the guy in this situation, I want my high lady to move past the coupon book just a step further and to like demand quality time. Like,
Okay.
hey, my present to you is that I demand quality time. Make room in your schedule right this instant.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I gotta, and it's like, no. They can wait.
Yeah.
I think that like assertion that like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know is
Assertiveness,
assertiveness.
aggressiveness,
Yeah. So not aggressiveness. I hate that word aggressive.
demanding.
Yeah. I always forget this word, but it's like a word that means that that resolution. Like, hey, I am resolved to this, and you
Mm-hmm.
are too.
Mm-hmm.
And even I would be like, Liz said, eat fresh.
Oh my God. Oh, Liz.
Yes, thank God. Thank God, eat fresh. No doubt.
See,
Shit tastes like
because
ass.
of my technical difficulties, I can't even like see the chat or anything. I feel so alone, and I'm also like delirious. So back to the last little bit, because we are almost done with this. So she says, listen, we have to go to the Hewn City. And she's like, why tonight? We have so many other nights we can go. And she's like, no. We're not wasting a good night going to the Hewn City. Okay.
By the way, this is the right move.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We gotta go visit the grandparents. I don't want to go to the grandparents. Can we do it another night? No, we always do on the holidays. And do you want to waste a
No.
good holiday night to go visit? No, we're going on a Tuesday.
We're going on the bullshit night, okay? And
Funny.
also Eris is gonna be there. Okay. So we're gonna go because I want to know how buddy he's becoming with my dear old dad. So it's Eris watch.
A coupon book got you cracked up, dude.
What coupons would be in the coupon book? For Feyre, it'd be like I will. Oh my God.
Can I take this, please, for the love of God? Can I take this? All right, I'm going to. For a Feyre, it would be like, I will scratch your wings or whatever. You know what I mean? Some sort of that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or I will be
I was thinking like,
yeah.
She thinks it's like a good thing, right? She thinks she's giving him like a good gift. And she's like, well, you know how I painted everyone else's eyes in the cabin but yours? I'll finally pick yours, Rhys. He's like,
great.
What if it is a painting? Oh my God. If it's a fucking painting in this book, if it's a painting that she gives him, my God, am I gonna, it's stick figures? Just stick figures of each of them on a white background. Happy Christmas.
It's macaroni art.
Oh, macaroni and art's even better. Oh God!
It's a Christmas ornament made of macaroni.
She colors it all black and she says, "This makes me think of you because you're the corn of dreams, and I don't have dreams anymore."
Oh, okay. We've really devolved. It's bad. This is bad. We've really gotten. This is low.
Oh, dude, God. I got you this. What is it?
Okay.
It's a coupon book. What?
Listen.
Reese would be like, get the fuck out of here.
Listen. I didn't bring the book with me, but I'm pretty sure that it's just the next chapters are like through chapter 8, but I can't be positive about that because I didn't bring the book with me to Canada. So I'll have to let you know for sure when I get home. But I am pretty sure that it's
chapter 10 is 85, page 85.
Okay, so maybe that's it.
So through chapter 9, maybe. Let's just do that.
Yeah. That sounds more accurate,
okay.
maybe.
I just opened the page right.
You're like, let's just do this one and try it out.
Let's just guess 40 pages.
My God.
Oh God. This book is gonna be hilarious.
We might have to tack on an extra, like, we'll see. Because I do actually have it planned out. But I didn't bring it with me.
This is gonna be so funny.
We're kitchen couching it now. Okay, so on this episode of the kitchen couch, I have to tell you, So I got up at 4 a.m. this morning to go catch a 7 a.m. flight out of the Asheville airport. And I was
Hold
in,
on. Before you keep going, Liz asks,
Yeah.
who do you think is the best or worst gift giver in the group?
oh,
The best is Azriel. No questions asked.
yeah, because Azriel actually pays attention.
He gets it. Yeah.
He gets it, and he buys like really thoughtful stuff. Like Azriel is gonna be the best gift giver of all of them.
The worst gift giver is Feyre, and it's not close. She
Well,
sucks.
she's 21 and she's never had money before.
Odds are Elaine is a better gift giver.
Yeah, I don't think that Feyre is a great gift giver. I'm
You know how?
gonna
You know
say
how I
she's
know?
not.
This is why I think that, Bo. By the way, when Feyre at the end of that one chapter where they were talking about how quickly the High Lords are going to fight, and they were like 2 hours, 30 minutes, whatever, and she was like, "I bet it's no hours." Ha ha ha! That makes me think she's a terrible gift giver. That fucking part right there, it's like, you fucking nerd.
I mean, kind of. She is a
Yeah.
little bit of a nerd. That's all right. She is. Okay.
Anyway, that's it, Liz. Feyre is the worst. Azrael's the best.
I stand by that.
Rhys is the one with the hairiest chest. I don't know. We're gonna keep moving on. So hit me with that. Hit me with the flight story.
Okay, so I'm headed to the airport this morning, and I leave my house, and I get on 40, and it is 5:30 in the morning.
It's cold.
I sit in stopped traffic on the interstate for 40 minutes. 42 minutes, actually. I counted.
What was happening on Interstate 40 at 5:30 in the morning?
Well, here's the thing. People are really stupid and don't know how to
doubt.
drive. And so I was livid. I can't tell you how irate I was when I got to the area where the issue was. There is no issue. It's just the fact that it goes down to one lane. That's it. There was no accident. There was no issue.
Yeah.
Except that people couldn't figure out how to go from 3 lanes to 1 lane. So I whip it into the Asheville airport. There's like no parking because it's the Asheville airport. I hope my car is still there when I get there, when I get back. Because I might have done an illegal maneuver. So I hope my car's still there. And so I'm running. And your girl does not like to run, okay? Cardio, no. I don't like to do that. So I'm running up to try to get to the flight on time. And I walk up to the gate. It was a 7 a.m. flight. It is 6:46 a.m. And they had closed the boarding door at 6:44. 2 minutes. I missed my flight by 2 minutes because I sat in stop traffic for 42 minutes on 40 because people don't know how to change lanes at 5 a.m. Okay, so then I get rebooked, which is very nice. The agent was very, very kind. And I was supposed to arrive in Canada at 1:30. I got rebooked. I sat in the Asheville airport then until 12:30. It was supposed to be 11:30, but the flight was delayed. And now I had to go to Atlanta, which always a problem. And so I get to Atlanta, and then the flight to Toronto is also delayed. So it has just been a cluster all day of hurry up and wait. And I'm like, I'm so glad I woke up at 4 a.m. to not actually fly out until noon 30.
Yeah, sitting in an airport that long sucks. I'm sorry you had to do that.
So that's why she's a little crazy. She also didn't eat any food, like actual food, all day long because of the schedule of everything, and airport food doesn't count as real food. So I finally got to my hotel. I checked in, go to a little gastro pub, and I'm like, first things first, you're in Canada, get me a beer and get me some poutine, please. Thank you. Which is also not real food.
No. It's not real beer at all, or real food at all. That's hilarious.
It also wasn't real beer.
Why do you do that to yourself? Pretty funny
But
though.
it explains a lot about this live, though, doesn't it?
What is it that you are doing up in Canada?
Well, my good buddy Nick Bailey is in Shucks, the national tour
Oh, nice.
of Shucks the musical. He's playing Bo. He's the male lead character. And I was supposed to see him in Greensboro, but it got snowed out because it snowed a foot.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yep. And so so I was like, well, it looks like I'm coming to Canada, buddy. So I'm just here to support my friend and get to hang out with him for a while.
You already heard some of my stuff because I texted you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy. I don't know how public it is, but who cares? How are you not going to tell your fiance? That's weird, right?
Okay, are we talking about it on the internet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, interesting. That did not go the way that I thought it was going to go in the text messages.
If I were a fiance in that scenario,
Mm-hmm.
so let me make sure that I'm caught up because I want to make sure I'm not going to repeat myself too much.
Okay.
Where are you? There you are. Oh, Liz, thank you for sending me that video of the guy talking about what King Daddy's voice would be.
The Irish King of Hybern.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Liz. I think he's coming, blah, blah, blah. Then... Oh, yeah. So the whole thing, like, if I was him, I would be frustrated.
Right.
It would tick me off a little bit that, like, my fiance had a male friend who was cool, good looking, and chill that has had that friend for years, and I had never met or talked to or even heard her talk about this person. And he's actually cool, and she spent like 3 hours hanging out with this dude. I would be frustrated. And then to top it all off, the World Baseball Classic was happening at the same time, and my friend had not had anything to eat and like all day, and was talking about going up the street to this place that serves mozzarella sticks, and their mozzarella sticks are the bomb diggity. They are good. The place kind of sucks, but that food specifically is pretty good. And it was like the ninth inning, top of the ninth. It was a tie ball game, and I was like, cinematic moment, and she's suffering, and I could see it on her face. Like she's like, I just want to get up. I'm so hungry, and I was like, oh, this is like
mozzie sticks. Okay?
Oh my god, it was a cliche and a half. Okay, it was so funny, and I was looking at him. I was like, buddy, aren't you gonna leave? Like, you should probably leave right now. You should probably leave like this moment. It's not that far. Like, you'll see the rest of the game if you leave right this moment. And he made her stay until the last out. And I was like, this is an episode of television. I'm watching it right now. Happen right in front of me.
In real life. Okay, but here's the red flags that are popping up.
There's a ton of red flags, by the way.
There's so many red flags. Okay, there's so many red flags. But the red flags that I think are the most obvious is that if you are not in tune, if Luke, you are more in tune with her needs and care more about her needs than the fiance,
sure,
that's a red flag.
Or if you're like, hey, I need to assert my dominance here, this is more important to me than also you right now.
A red flag.
Yeah.
Also a red flag. Now, I wasn't there, so I don't know which one it was. I could tell you if I was there.
To me, it was that one. It was the second one.
Oh, really?
It was the like, oh, you could just stay. Come on, hang out. Like, it's almost over. It's the ninth inning. Just chill.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's what I kind of felt like.
That's even worse.
Cool guy, by the way. Like,
okay.
Would be friends with him had I met him. Seemed like a cool dude.
Okay.
Like, cooler than a few of our friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
People.
Well, it'd be like, well, I mean, okay, we're not going to talk about that on the internet.
And yeah, let's not talk about that on the internet because I almost said it out loud.
I know. And same. I'm like, oh, we're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
We can't.
We all have. Hey, listen, we all have people in our past. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, we can't. We can't be talking about that. But it's like it would be like if all of a sudden I said to Evan, like, hey, I can't wait to introduce you to my friend Luke. He's gonna be in town. Who? Oh,
Yeah.
Luke. I do like a live with him a couple times a week.
Yeah, right. You'd be like, what?
What?
Yeah, that would
What do you
be. It's
mean?
pretty close. It's pretty close.
What do you mean?
It was. I was like, he did say something. She did say something to me that like Leslie had said to me earlier this year, because Leslie was talking about introducing me to somebody, and she was like, are you gonna be nice to her? And I was like, what? Of course. And she was like, well, sometimes you're mean. And I'm like, oh. And then Hank was sitting right there. Hank was like, burn! Burn! I was like, oh my God, that's such a burn. I'm not mean. I promise. I'm not mean. I don't think I'm mean. That's horrible.
You are though sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. And I felt so bad. I felt so bad about those situations. Believe me, I regret them.
Okay, but we know why you do that now, because you told us why you do that now. So it makes a lot more sense.
Oh,
because
it's all acting
I didn't understand. Yeah, I didn't understand the rhyme or reason to it before, because there were times that I'm like, no, Luke is like a quality, absolutely 100% quality individual. And you are such a good friend. You are such a good human. And then like, sometimes you were an asshole and I couldn't reconcile the two. And now I understand it's because you weren't into her. And instead of saying, I'm not into you, you were just being a jerk so that she would be into you.
Yeah.
It's solid. It works. But it also, like, you might need to just, like, I don't know, clue your other friends into it. Now we kind of know what's going on. But that's why she said that, to be fair.
Yeah. Now, that's Leslie. Now, my friend was like, are you going to be nice to him? And I was like, yeah. And then she asked me over and over, please be nice. Like, and I was like, look, I'm going to be nice. I promise. She's like, well, sometimes you're mean. I was like, dude, shit.
Yes. Yes.
I thought it was funny. I mean, I was like, obviously, I thought it was funny. It's my story. If I can't laugh at myself, who else, you know? But,
right. But this brings back some conversations, because sometimes I also get a bad rap, and people are like, Emily, are you going to be nice? And I'm like, I'm the nicest. I will be so nice. And they're like, can you be nice? And I'm like, I don't know. Can everybody be real cool about a lot of stuff real quick? If yes, then I can be so nice. But if they start acting a fool, I will put them in their place. That's just who I am.
Yeah. Do you have any rabbit holes you've fallen into recently on the intranet?
I try to stay off of there, to be honest.
Yeah, I fell into a rabbit hole recently that I'm like not super proud of. It was like September 11th conspiracy stuff, and I was just like, "Oh no!"
Don't fall down those.
I thought I was going to pull myself out early. I thought, and then they started talking about the Titanic. I was like, "Oh, gotta figure out this." And then the Titanic with the financial people, and then leading all the way up to September 11th, and it's all part of a plan. And I was just like, no, don't. That was 3 hours of my life wasted after midnight one night this week. Just
no. Well, I have been known. So back in the day when the John Mini series came out, when they had like new evidence or whatever, that the brother did it, and now they got sued for basically saying the brother did it, and now we know that Epstein, I mean, can't say that word.
YouTube, it's okay.
Yeah. So anyway, we know a lot more now. But yeah, I could not stop watching that miniseries to the point where it's kind of a famous story in my marriage, because I might have been needing to go to class because I was finishing my MBA at the time, and I needed to leave to go to class, but I really needed to finish it. So it was playing on my phone while I was driving. I may have nicked a guardrail. Yeah. So anyway, it was like
Worth it.
Not my proudest moment. It's not a moment I'm proud of. I don't
I
do that anymore.
so I've jumped into a lot of series recently. I'm not one to like binge, but
Mhm.
recently I've just been crushing the game. And I saw Peaky Blinders, the movie,
Mhm.
but I also saw, which I thought was made for TV, unfortunately. But I saw Project Hail Mary in theaters,
Yeah. If
and
Liz
it
is still
was
around, she's gonna want to hear about it. Although I don't know that she's seen it yet, so you might have to be careful about spoilers.
Liz. If you're still there, say holla. I'll wait for a minute. But the series I finished was Lincoln Lawyer, 4 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
and then I watched young uh, Sherlock Holmes. I
Oh,
watched that
okay.
entire. I watched all 8 episodes in one day. On Sunday, I just sat on the
Okay.
couch like a lump bump on a log and just cleared 8 episodes. It was
Nice. Was it
way
good?
too much. It's fun. It's super super fun.
Okay.
Who is this? Whoever the director is or the creator is, he's got a very infamous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she saw it tonight, Liz. Okay, cool. We can jump into this. It's a very
Got it.
it's the same guy who did Snatch, which is one of my favorite all-time movies. Snatch is
Okay.
awesome. Have you ever seen it?
Okay. No.
Oh,
I know what it is, but I haven't watched it.
yeah. Okay, Liz. I have to tell you. Gonna jump into non-spoilery talk. Did you have fun? Huh? Was it everything you ever lived up to? Did Rocky rock out for you? Let us know in the comments below. I thought it was great. To be frank with you, Emily, like it lived up to the hype. There were things.
Good.
My only actual critique of the movie from the book is that there's clearly a 3 hour and 20 minute, 3 hour and 10 minute cut
What do you
laying
mean?
out there. There are moments
like there's more.
like there's very subtle references and hints to
Mm-hmm.
parts of the story.
Mhm.
Smiling a lot. It has a lot of heart in this movie, dude. More heart in this movie than I thought. There's a lot of subtle moments. Like there's, for example, Rocky, who's in the trailer. He's from a planet, and the main character shortens the planet's name. And in the book, there's a reason behind it, and he calls it Erid, Erid, and he says it once out loud, and he's talking about it as a place. But if you're not into the situation, you have no idea what he's referencing.
Right.
Because there's no other time when that's referenced except for when they see the full name on a map where it's like a Rididimi or something like that. I can't remember. So there's moments there where it's like, oh, this was clearly cut out. There's a full group of scientists, like Earth scientists, that are like a set of Avengers from different nations across the world.
Right.
That are in the movie. And you see them walking and talking, and there's clearly relationships that they've built as you move through the movie that there were probably scenes with them and it's not in the movie.
Okay.
So there's like moments where you're just like, oh, this is clearly a 3 hour movie that was cut down to 2.5 hours. Which makes sense. You got to do what you got to do for the industry.
Right.
That is literally my only critique.
Were you happy with it and the edit and the cut down? Like, is this like your first time where you read the book before you watched the movie? Is this your first one of these?
Yeah, you asked me. Yeah. Liz just said it. You see the name of the planet on a translated on a screen earlier, but like, how are you supposed to know that what he says is Arid is the same as Iridian? Was I happy? Thrilled. Okay. Like thrilled.
Good.
One of the things, a ton of the movie had a tiny nods that you'd never catch without reading the book. Yeah, exactly. It's this is like our Jurassic Park, right? Because when you go see The Martian is really sciencey. Like there's a lot of science bullshit in The Martian.
Right.
It's very easy to consume, but there's a lot. There was probably an equal or more amount of science in this book, and it's not littered throughout the movie like it is in The Martian. There's a lot of like because because of the nature of the science fiction, they're traveling pretty close to the speed of light. And so at the speed that they're traveling, the main character is it reveals that he's been dealing with while sleeping 1.5 times Earth's gravity while he's been traveling, right? And so when he wakes up, he's more muscular, and so he references being more muscular and how weird it is, but he doesn't know why. And they never reference it again, and they don't talk about why he's more muscular. So there's like sciencey stuff. The way that they create the fuel for the ship to go as fast as it does, like they discover
space algae stuff.
Right. They discover, like they make a discovery in the movie about how to do it, but in the book there's a few more flashbacks that kind of like that kind of color the world and how everyone's working together. Yeah, Liz is totally right. She laughed.
I can't read it. Read it out loud because I can't see it.
She said, "Loved it. I laughed so much and felt so."
She doesn't sound like that. Try again.
I don't. My immediate thought was to go real husky, so I'm not going to do that. Loved it. I laughed so much and felt so warm and fuzzy. Highly recommend. Like,
good.
It's a movie that's worth a rewatch. Honestly, I'd go back to the theater and watch it.
Nice.
And I don't say that about any movie, really.
Yeah.
It's extremely cinematic. The relationships are heartfelt. I don't know that this isn't really a critique. It's just my thoughts toward it. I don't know that Ryan Gosling brings anything new to the role or nuance to the role. It could literally have been any male actor. That's not just yoked.
I mean,
but
no offense to Ryan Gosling, but I don't get the appeal. But okay,
I don't either. His eyes are really close together. But also, like when I've seen him and stuff, like he has amazing chemistry with some actresses. Outside of that, I don't see the. I don't know. I don't see the nuance. Phenomenal movie experience. I saw it in 70 millimeter. That didn't. I don't think that colored one way or another if I liked the movie more or not. To be honest, frank with you, I also started watching separately. I started watching the first episode of. It's on HBO Max. It's called The Pit, season 2, episode 1.
Yeah.
Noah Wiley should be Mr. Fantastic and not what's his face from the Fantastic Four. Like I would rather Noah Wiley be Mr. Fantastic, like instead of whatever the guy is who's the Latin dude who's in everything for no reason.
Yeah.
Because that show just rocks, and he feels like that guy to me. What else I got? Oh, nice. The March Madness is happening. I did something kind of fun so we can do sports gambling in DC. You guys can do sports gambling in North Carolina.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
So do you know what an over-under is? Essentially, for the audience, you essentially bet on whether or not both teams' combined score is going to be over a specific number or under a specific number. That specific number is preset. So I put $32 on my account and bet the under on every single game just to see how it would do.
And?
Well, let's see. Not every game, 30 of the 32 games. Let's see how I did, because the final game should be happening right now. I also went on a date this week. That was awesome.
Nice.
Had a good time.
The person that we had coffee or that we missed, is this the new person or the person we heard
this
about?
This is a new person.
Time? Oh, okay.
And she might be watching, so hell yeah.
Hi.
That's why I'm not talking about it. Although I don't think she'd care.
Good deal.
Because I had a great time. Oh geez. How did I do? Oh, Emily, Liz said Emily is fading. Yeah, dude, I'm boring, dude. We know this.
No, I've been awake
1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's 11:35.
4, 5,
yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Liz,
13, 14.
No girl, no woman wants to hear that they look tired. Although I'm like looking at my eyeballs and I'm going, God, I look tired.
I didn't say it.
My voice is starting to sound rumbly. Although I got to be honest, this is like pretty much the only thing I've said today.
I go.
Because in the solo travel days, I literally haven't talked to anybody.
I go days.
I did not talk at all.
I go days
all day
without
long.
talking to people.
I don't. I pretty much talk to people for a living.
That's why you get so much juice from me,
like,
by the way, whenever we're doing a live, because I'm like, oh, right, I'm talking to someone in real life. Like I could see their face and eyeballs. That's not what I said. You said, yeah. What do you? Okay, Emily is fodding.
Hey.
She said, "You look gorgeous," with an emoji with the 3 hearts.
Thanks, baby. I got to see Liz. Was that just last night? Wow, that was just last night. Because we had a smutty book club in person.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the Smut Oracle's Smutty Book Club. It was the inaugural meeting. And and Liz was supposed to have an event that got canceled, and so I was like, your event got canceled, I'm so sorry, but that means that you can come to my event.
How did it go?
I think it went well. It was fun. It was well attended and lots of good conversations. Some like new people that I didn't know, so that was really cool. And I think it's a good vibe, so I'm excited about it. We had a signature drink. We're meeting at this place that does like mocktails, and she made a signature drink for us called the Something Smutty, and it was actually really yummy.
That's a fucking good drink name too. Hell yeah!
Right?
All right, we're gonna finish this up with our top three. Today we're doing top 3 desserts. Now this is pretty easy. Desserts. Like
Talk desserty to me.
Talk desserty to me. We're gonna do top 3 desserts. Top three desserts.
Top 3. Can I talk to you? Sorry, we were talking about smut, and then we were also talking about desserts. So, I went on a girl weekend with my bestie,
Carolina, you know.
and Green. Yeah. Oh, did we already talk about this? But didn't we talk
hit
about
the internet with it? It's awesome.
Oh, well, I went to this place. It was called Better Than Sex. And it was a dessert bar, and all of the desserts were described like you would read in an open door, like steamy, smutty romance novel. Yes, and so that was a roaring good time. Is exactly right up my alley.
Yeah, if you Google it on the internet, their desserts look unbelievable too.
They are really good. And I'm not going to lie, I had never had anything like this before, but it was amazing. It was Prosecco, but it had a rim job. And that's what they call it. It was a rim job. They did caramel drizzle all over the rim of the wine glass. And at first I was like, I don't know if this is going to be good. Spoiler alert, it's delicious. So a good Prosecco with like a caramel sauce on the rim, that's like a new indulgent that I didn't know I liked.
I'm with you on it. I'm with you on it. Top three desserts.
Top 3.
Today, okay. I'm gonna pick my top 3, and then I'm gonna go 1, and then you pick.
Are we going 3, 2, 1, like bottom
3,
to
2,
top?
1.
Okay.
And then we'll let, I guess, Liz decide which one is her favorite. I will go first. 3 to 1. My number 3 all-time favorite dessert is frozen grapes.
Oh, frozen grapes are so good and underrated.
They're extremely underrated.
But have you had frozen champagne grapes? So it's like frozen grapes, but with champagne.
Yeah. I have. I like to actually take my frozen grapes and like put them in a bowl, and then run hot water over them for just a moment, and then dump the hot. So they're a little squeezy on the outside and icy on the inside. So
okay, my number 3 is going to be a version of a strawberry shortcake. It's going to be a southern strawberry shortcake in which it's not shortcake. It is a biscuit. Instead of using shortcake, you use like a really good buttery, salty biscuit dough to make the shortcake instead, and then sugared strawberries and homemade whipped cream. That's my number 3.
I'm oogling all over this right here. I'm
Yeah.
oogling all over this.
I'll make it for you next time you come home.
That'd be great.
I actually make a really good one. I'll make it for you next
I
time
love
you come
that.
home.
Let's see. What do I have here? Because I wrote these down because I always forget. Number 2. So kind of an off the wall one because you don't have this all the time.
Okay.
Banana pudding.
That's Evan's favorite.
It's so good. I never eat it except for at family reunions.
Banana pudding.
But yeah, banana pudding is mine. I have had sugar-free banana pudding. I've had non-sugar-free. I've had sugar. I've had everything-free banana pudding. I like them all more than most things. People just are maybe sociopaths. Yeah, Liz, duh. Don't stick a knife in my hand. I might use it.
What is she saying about
people who
sociopaths?
choose fruit as their favorite dessert are maybe sociopaths. And I said, don't. I said, don't stick a knife in my hand. I might use it. I just came up with that. I'd never heard that before.
Wow. I think for me, number 2 is going to be tonight. It's going to be a really good red velvet cake with cream cheese ice.
That is Hank's favorite thing. He's like, I love red velvet. I was like, buddy, it's just chocolate cake.
Yeah, but a good red velvet with that like buttercream cream cheese icing.
Can I tell you a quick story? So when Kelly and I were dating, I had set up this like ideal birthday for her. Her birthday is in the first week of February. And she had never really had a birthday, right? Weird home life, not a big thing. It wasn't religious. It was just an unorthodox home life. And so I said, I got you, boo. Don't worry. Emily, I didn't plan shit. Okay. I did not plan shit. So I threw this together in a week. I took off work, obviously, but I had a theater thing. I think either rehearsal or something. It was like a Tuesday. And so I was like, okay, great. So I took off the day. I went and got, I prepaid for, I got her family together for lunch and we had sushi. Okay. And then I took her back to her house and her friend came and got her. A couple of her friends came and got her. And I said, here you go. Here's however much cash you need. Go get your nails and whatever done.
Right.
Okay. And I'd been, yeah, I had shit to do. I had rehearsals and stuff. So I had to go. And I said, here's the catch. You got it. What did you say? Oh, is that good or bad?
Never, ever, ever as a man, send a girl to get her nails done unless you're going to propose to her.
Oh.
Like, just don't. Because it puts that thought.
Oh,
of like, why do I need to have my nails done? Like,
I'm pretty sure.
Will I want to be taking a picture of my nails lately or later? Like,
okay. Well,
okay,
I was very clear with them that like, this is clearly a distraction because I just can't spend the time with you.
Got it. No, cool.
Yeah.
But I was afraid that's where that story was going, was like that you fucked up. But,
no, I've never gone on bended knee for anyone, unfortunately.
No, I know. That's my point of like, did you accidentally? Yeah.
I see. And so then I raced home and I was living with Aaron at the time and I decided to make a red velvet cake.
Okay. Yes.
But I had bought a dark chocolate cake in a box. And guess what? You can't make red velvet dark chocolate cake. That's not real. And so it was just reddish brown. It was I almost said it. I'm going to say it. It was a hemorrhoid cake. Okay, that's what. And so I covered it. I covered it with icing.
Yeah.
As best as a man can. Okay, it was 2 layers.
Yep.
And I took it to the restaurant I was going to meet with them later, and left it there. It was Foggy Mountain, where we met. And I went to my rehearsal thing.
And then I raced home, grabbed Erin, raced back out to Foggy Mountain, showed up. We had cake. It was great. She hugged me. She said, "This is the best birthday I've ever had. I've never had a better birthday. I think I'm ready to go home now." And I said, "The party's not over." I said, "Everyone in the bar is coming to my house to play beer pong." And she said, "Luke, it's a Tuesday. They all have to work." I said, "No, they don't." I said, "You guys ready to go?" And they're like, "Yep." And everyone left. Like everyone filed out of the bar and left and got in their cars and met. And I had a beer pong table set up in my kitchen and a bunch of other stuff. And we partied until like 3 a.m. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Aww.
Except for the reddish chocolate cake. But anyway, shout out to Red Velvet Cakes and shout out to Kelly. Happy birthday, whenever that was.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So,
all right. So then, what is your number one tonight?
It's a dark chocolate flourless torte cake.
Oh, that's a really good. That's a really good.
So fucking good. I got a couple of shout outs too that could easily be on the top 3. But go ahead with your dark chocolate torte cake. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a hot chocolate walnut brownie with ice cream on top.
That's number 1.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a number 1. I love it. That's so fucking good.
Yeah.
That's so fucking good. Yeah, I love looking up pictures of desserts because they look so sexy. It's like such an attractive. Oh, it looks like you were thinking about something. It's such an attractive thing. I think a couple of my honorable mentions, obviously, my aunt / grandmother / whomever makes like an apple like crumble thing that's like
a Dutch apple pie. Yes,
they call it apple Betty.
Dutch apple pie with because it's not the lattice, it's the crumbly stuff on top.
Yeah, and it's like made in a pan. I could eat that for days.
The Publix ones are really good.
Well, I might have to go. Yeah. And then my other honorable mention is actually it's one of my other. It's ice cream sandwich.
Okay.
Ice cream sandwich just hits. Like
sometimes, yeah. We have ice cream sandwiches in the freezer at work, and when we're having, yeah, this is how you know. This is how you know that it is an office with 3 women and 1 man.
Do you? I almost asked you if you were. Do you work? Do you sell weed at your office? Like is that what you do? Are you a dispensary?
No.
Oh
no.
God.
There is one across the street kind of diagonally now, but no. So we have a full-size refrigerator at the office. And Anna, who's like, she's like my right hand. She's not even just my right hand. She's like the whole right side of my body. She's like also kind of the mom to all of us. So she has like Walmart or Instacart deliveries that come, and it's just stocked the refrigerator at work for us. And so it's like ice cream sandwiches, like little pot pies for when we don't have time to eat lunch, and she just like pops something in the oven. Like she just takes care of us.
You know, you know how best friends are sometimes, and you guys just have like super inside jokes.
Yeah.
Next time, if you get a chance, when you see Aaron, ask him about ice cream sandwiches and Luke.
Okay.
Buddy, we clear boxes like there was gold in the bottom. Like we clear boxes. Like that and those freezy pops, the multicolored flavored ones that all taste the same.
Yeah.
I mean, when it was a hot day, we would just sit in the living room and clear these things. Anyway.
Yes. Do you know what I miss that you don't know? Like the thing that I miss from childhood. There's 2 things from like school lunches that I miss.
Chocolate milk.
That you can't find. No, you can get really good chocolate milk. I can tell you, like I can give you like a top 3 of chocolate milk brands. I'm a little bit like a connoisseur. Okay, number 1. But what I mean is there are 2 things from school lunches that like you cannot get anymore that just I wish I could. And that would be the like frozen pudding pops.
Okay.
Do you know? It was like a frozen. It wasn't like ice cream, but it was like frozen pudding in a popsicle. and can never find those. And then the second thing is there was a specific barbecue they would have at school for like your chicken ring things. And that barbecue sauce you cannot find. And there's no other barbecue sauce that tastes like that barbecue sauce.
We can talk about condiments another time. I think it's important to do that, but I'm glad that you have condiments on your mind sometimes. Because I think that's important too.
You're
Condiments
always on my mind.
That's live. Yeah. Listen, I think the last honorable mention for me is a chocolate chip cookie.
A really good chocolate chip cookie, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be like soft on the inside and then hard on the outside, and it's got to be pretty thin. Like,
okay.
Like, I don't want a cakey one. And what I come to find out is when people make chocolate chip cookies, what they do is they don't put the batter back into the refrigerator to chill. And so the egg already has some friction in it. And when you whisk the soft and the dry in together, or you keep the soft and dry separate and you put them both literally back into the refrigerator and then put them together after an hour or two, and then put them together and scoop them out and put them on a tray, you get that exact what you're looking for. But most people are too I don't know, they're too
ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for yeah, I do when it's a
I will
good cookie.
say I make a really, really good chocolate chip cookie. And I don't do that. But you probably wouldn't like mine because they're more thick. They're not thin.
Oh, I like them thick too.
She likes them real thick and juicy. Sorry.
You got any honorable mentions?
Yeah, my honorable mentions are actually a Dutch apple pie as well, hot with vanilla ice cream on it.
Awesome.
Vanilla ice cream is trash by itself. Vanilla ice cream is actually just a conduit for other desserts. It's just an enhancement for other desserts.
Vanilla ice cream is bacon.
No, because bacon is good sometimes just by itself.
No, it isn't.
I think so. I just don't like vanilla ice cream. I'm not a vanilla kind of girl. Pretty much at all. And we all know that.
Oh, she likes that color. Jungle fever.
That's not what I meant by that, but okay.
What did you mean?
What did I mean by that?
Sorry, go ahead.
All right, she's called the Smut Oracle for a reason, buddy.
Yes.
Anyhow, so that would be a good honorable mention. The other thing is like a chocolate lasagna.
that sounds like type 2 diabetes. What are you talking about?
You haven't had chocolate lasagna before?
No. What?
Okay. Okay, think about it's like the adult version of like a dirt cake. You know how you would have like those dirt cakes.
I love a dirt cake.
Yeah. It's kind of the grown-up version of that, except you don't put gummy worms in this one.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you call it chocolate lasagna instead.
An Oreo milkshake from Cookout just hits too.
A peanut butter milkshake sometimes though.
They're pretty good. Yeah.
Again, vanilla by itself, not going to happen. And then also a really good donut.
Ooh.
Like a really good donut.
Can I give you another story?
I don't know. Donut. Is it appropriate?
Not really. But we're going to do it.
Excellent. Then tell us.
So it was New Year's Day. And I was playing golf at Asheville Municipal Golf Course on New Year's Day because it was 60 degrees for whatever reason. And I was out there with a guy who I had met through the brewery scene at Asheville. And we got finished with a couple of holes, and it was like 9:45 in the morning, maybe 10 o'clock. And I was like, all right, time to open a beer. And we had been drinking the night before too. Like we weren't exactly sober. And boy, the mountains were blue, and we drank all of them Coors Lights. Thankfully, he was driving, so he had some water. He didn't drink the last, but we were having a good time in many ways. Is all I'm saying. I won't mention the other ways we had, but we were having a good time anyways. We had the munchies pretty severely. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. And because we hadn't eaten, obviously,
right, of course,
and maybe because we had the munchies. It happens when you party a lot, when you have a good time.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
Right.
And we were supposed to meet someone for lunch. This someone happens to be the someone from the other story that I told. And we were going to meet them at the UJ in West Asheville. Well, Asheville Municipal Golf Course is in East Asheville, and we were driving to West Asheville. And as we're coming down Patton Avenue, I, for whatever reason, noticed that the lights were on.
The light was on. You have to stop.
At Krispy Kreme.
Yes.
So we stopped.
I have never not stopped if the light was on.
We stopped. We were already 15 minutes late. And I was like, well, we're already 15 minutes late. Might as well just,
get a donut.
We're already going to take a nap. We might as well just take a zero. And we pulled in and we got a rack of donuts. We sat in the parking lot, each had 3.
Yeah.
And then drove to the restaurant, carried the donuts into the restaurant to offer to my very angry. He was so bad because we were like 15 minutes late, turned to 45 minutes late. Oh God, that was funny. I'll never forget that. I'll never not think that's funny. And
so
the waitress was like, no, I'm not having a donut. What's wrong with you? The UJ because we offered her one.
So that waitress was like, these motherfuckers are hot as hell at 11:30 on a Tuesday.
We weren't.
So we were at a mutual friend's birthday.
You and I.
No, the whole gang. It was a mutual friend's birthday, and the whole gang got together. And this person wanted to meet at Hillman Brewing for drinks or whatever. And we all decided, like, we were carpooling because there's nowhere to park there. And we also were like, oh my God, the light is on. So it was a car full of girls. So it was both Leslie's, me and Amy. Okay. And so we like whip it into the Krispy Kreme. And we're like, oh, well, we'll just take donuts for everybody because nobody got like a cake. So we'll just that'll be like our contribution is we'll bring donuts. So we sit there, the light is on, and we're like, man, we're hungry because we haven't really eaten anything yet. And it's like 10 o'clock at night. So we haven't really eaten much. And we're like, we should just get like I guess like a dozen is what we should get. And then we're all like, but we want some now. So we got 2 dozen donuts.
Yeah.
And then we all killed a whole dozen donuts on the way to Hillman and then took in a brand new box of dozen donuts like we hadn't eaten them.
Yeah, right. And they were like, no one knew. Donuts are so good. Like, I always used to chastise cops for like loving donuts. Fuck me. Donuts are so good.
They really are, though.
Donuts.
But,
anyway.
And honestly, the Krispy Kreme ones, they melt in your mouth. So they're really not from a substance. Like, I mean, it's not really a lot.
It's not a lot at all. Like, and when you step in the batter's box on a hot and ready donut, you're going to swing away and you're going to kill that thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like, it reminds me of that line from 30 Rock. When Alec Baldwin's character, he's describing the most decadent dessert and it's like just pornographic, and then he's like, and then it is topped with 24 karat edible gold leaf. He's like, have you ever heard anything so delectable, lemon? And Tina Fey goes, I don't know, Jack, you ever put a donut in the microwave? I'm like, fuck yeah, Tina Fey. That's right.
That's a great line. Tina Fey crushed that line.
Yeah.
Okay,
all right.
I think we've had enough.
Time for me to go to bed.
If you like this content, please
like and subscribe.
And check us out everywhere else on TikTok, YouTube, and everything else.
I'm going to make one more funny. So I landed in Toronto. I've not been to Canada before. Everyone here is super nice and lovely. Shout out to Canadians. But I stepped out of the terminal, and what did I see?
Miles.
A Tim Hortons immediately.
Tim Hortons.
Like, yeah. I was like, okay, so it's like Dunkin' when you go to Boston and you walk out of the terminal, there's a big fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
And then I walk out and there was a Tim Hortons and I laughed. So
yeah, you had to.
That's the end of that. So yes, like and subscribe, and sorry I messed up your flow.
If you like this content, please like and subscribe. She did the thing already. We have the Kitchen Couch doing bullshit all the time. This is the Smut Oracle. You can check her out. She does her own thing. Just catch up. We're going to put out some schedules for stuff coming up soon. So, going to try to get a little more organized and put some cool stuff out there for you, because now we have a base. We've been around for a little over a year. So now we can actually do some cool stuff and people know who he is. So, thank you again. And until next time, later, Taters.
Peace.